Hi, it's Dorothy Kilty with Raccodelli Creations, and what I'm doing this time is finishing up the ABC April 2026 challenge with Margaret from Seven Plaza and Tony by Crafty by Tony. Now, they are the inspiration for this. Today's letter is Z. Here on the R page, I got the flu. And I'm only now just getting over it, frankly. It's been, feeling a little better a day or two and then knocking me back down again. So I'm feeling pretty good today. So I thought I'd finish up the month at least with the Z page. Okay? Now, what I'm going to make is what I call a Z pocket, and I have one over here. It can be a pocket. It can be a tuck spot. It can be a tag that floats around and puts in different pockets wherever you want to be. Now, what I have here is a little masterboard. I was cleaning my desk up yesterday, and I had this book page, so I just glued a bunch of scraps down. And when I'm doing this, my Z-fold, what I'm going to do is take whatever size page. You can do with 12 by 12 paper with this. You can do a book page. You can do whatever you want. An 8.5 by 11 or an A4 size. But what I want to do is I want to figure out, I'm going to cut a slant across this page, and I want to make, decide how deep I want the slant and where I want to start. Now, what I like to do, frankly, is cut across the page so that I end up with two of these Z-folds, okay? So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just cut from here all the way down to here, okay? See if I got it through. Mostly I got it through. Let's put this back here. Okay, now sometimes I just mark down like on a 12 by 12, I'll come down like 3 inches or 2 inches on each side, and I'll mark it, and then I'll put it in a cutting table or something, but this works. So now you have these two pages. Now I have one over here that I've already started because I love this. This is part of the cover of a music page, and it's kind of a little bit cardstocky, and I think it's gorgeous. And I really don't think it's going to need much trimming. Now you notice when I fold this, it's not even. This sticks out a little bit more. I kind of like the look of it with when it sticks out a little bit one edge or the other. But if you want it measured exactly, just, use your scoreboard and stuff to get the measurements exactly right. So I could take this and my scoreboard and see, first of all, how long is it? And this is 9.5. So I want just a little bit over 3 inches. So let's just do here 3 inches. Whoops, 3 inches in from this side. Then I'm going to go over to this side, and I'm going to do 3 inches, little over 3 inches in from here. Okay, let's see how that works. So I'm going to fold this in and fold this in, and then I'm going to fold this one back out. So there's my Z. The middle, this isn't very good. It's fine. I would actually prefer, if I had my druthers, if this was folded like this, and if there's this the same, and if there's any extra sticking out on this side, and then when I put it on my page, I'd put something to hold it down there. This one, well, if I glue it into the page, I'll put something to hold it down there, which also works very well, frankly. So, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this page is, to me, so beautiful that it's not going to take much to decorate it. I like the text and everything else about it, okay? I call it the Z fold because both this way, can you see this? Let's see. You have a Z there, and also you kind of have a Z here. Okay, Now, one of the things that I like to do just right off the top along the top and bottom edges is just to add some washi tape or some ribbon or some lace. So if you lay it out flat like this and you put the glue, I put a little bit of glue down here because I don't trust washi tape, okay? And then I'm going to take this. This is a very pretty butterfly, and let's see. I can put it, rub it around a little bit and smear the glue, but I can put it right along the edge, like that. We'll cut this off, and then you want to go ahead before the glue is completely dry and fold it back again to make sure it fits smoothly when it's folded. Okay, now I'm going to cut this off. And on the other side, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Put some glue along here. I am going to take this washi, pretty butterflies, and we will put it right along this edge. So as I say, I've done this with lace, I've done it with ribbon, I've done it with a combination of all of the above, and it just makes a really nice edge. This Z can go either way. You could do it this way just as easily as you can do it this way, okay? And so then for decorations, other decorations besides this, you can put, I sometimes like to put pockets or little note pages here. And I think I'm going to cheat. So I have this little notepad here. And I'm just going to take, I don't want too many pages. One of the things, you can put pockets or tuck spots or things on every one of these folds, and it looks cute. One of the reasons I don't like to do that is simply because it makes it bulkier in my journal, okay? So if I just take this staple and staple in a couple places here, here, and here, okay? And now I have a pretty notepad in there. We're going to cover it up with the same washi tape, same butterflies. Okay, and we'll cut this off here. And we'll cut this off right here. Okay, now adding a pocket, this can be really cute too. If you take your page and make pockets like this, so if I had the other half of this, for example, or like this, made pockets like this, that can be really cute. Now I've got this that I cut off when this is a scrap I have. I think it's really pretty. You know, I might just use this side, mostly because I like the edge. Let's cut this off here. Okay. And so, oops, not straight, but that's okay. I'll straighten it out. And then we just need to figure out where it needs to go here. Okay. Let's see if I can cut straight this time, okay? You would think that with a design like this, I could do that. Okay, so now by putting this here, we'll start right here, and I will do this a little bit as I go, glue it as I go along, because again, we're folding it, and we want this to lay flat as we fold it. So here we go with this one. Make sure it's straight on the bottom, like that, okay? And now this is gonna fold like this, okay? So now this instantly makes 2 pockets. So let's go ahead and fold this. I'm going to glue this along this side and down the bottom. Okay, and there we go. Now, a lot of times what I'll do with these is I'll maybe put pockets on one side and the other side will just be journaling. So in this case, with this one, I can just leave it blank for journaling. I could decorate it. I could put stickers in. I could put all kinds of things in. So we have a pocket here. We have a pocket here. You could make this, you could glue this side and the bottom down of this flat, and this would just be a pocket, okay? And then when it's held down in the page, this would flip open, okay? But I like the additional journaling space here, so we'll go with that. So you can also put like a little stickers or some other design. Let's see, I have some fussy cuts over here. Let's just real quick see if I can find something kind of cute to use that I don't have to do much cutting with. This is pretty cute. We can add numbers to it. I'm just going to take these scissors and cut this off. Cut this off. Cut this off. Okay, so let's see what's cute. I think that's kind of cute. So we'll put this across here. This is lined out arrow, I think, by the way. Digitals. Okay, and then let's just put number 1 and number 7. Okay, you still have journaling space here, but we have a cute little design that peeks out. So these can be as fancy or as simple as you like. There we go. So that's really cute. Now, the way I'm going to put this in a journal is I'm going to take it, I'm going to decide which way I want it to go and where I want it glued on. So let's say I want it glued on to, look at this. Actually, let's use this. Okay, so this is your pages open in your journal, okay? If I put it on this side, like this, now as this stays in the journal for a while, it'll flatten down more. But if I take it and I glue it down this side of the back and then across here, like this, then what we're gonna have here is going to be a tuck spot here. Okay, so we can tuck it here. This will open, and we've got journaling here. And we have a pocket here, like this. And we have a pocket, oh, we don't. We have a pocket here. Huh, almost couldn't see that. How'd you like that? Okay, I'm gonna pull out, let me grab a couple of pieces because I want to show you with a couple things. So if I put something in this pocket like this, see, it's going to stick up here. That can be a really fun technique to use. Let's put this one here. Okay, so it'll just barely peek up out of that. Let's put this one here. Okay, so that makes a cute little decoration. Now again, you can glue it down here, and then this is a pocket, but then it'll still open up so you can get at this pocket or at the journaling spot, okay? Either one of those is fine. One of the things that I like to do as a closure is if I took, say I cut this off like this, or even wrapped it around, if I glue this down here, so wrap this around the page, if I glue it down here, then this becomes a catch to hold this closed. I could, of course, do the same thing on this side, not over the page, of course, but say I glued this down here, just on this spot, then this would open up like that, okay? I think this is a cute pocket. You can do a lot of things with it. My version of the Z-fold, and I hope you have fun with it as well. Thanks for visiting my channel, Raccoon Alley Creations. Thank you to Margaret and Tony for this fabulous April challenge, and I hope you'll come back and visit my channel again.